Hey y'all, happy Friday. Um, yeah, today is day 3 of Girls Daily Devotionals. It's really exciting, getting used to it. This has really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and honestly, I'm really thankful to be doing this. It's a really good experience for me. But the past couple days, I have been sharing with y'all some of my favorite scripture, and today I'm going to do the same, and we're going to be in Philippians. Over quarantine, Malvin did a series on house arrest, and we looked in Philippians, and we talked about how he was not able to be with his fellow Christians, and we were able to relate to that because, well, we were not able to be together, which was really difficult and something we had never faced before. And in chapter 4, verse 1, Paul says, "Therefore, my brothers, whom I love and long for, my joy and my crown, stand firm thus in the Lord, my beloved." This verse is so powerful to me. First of all, he says, "whom I love and long for." So we know that feeling as of recently of longing to be with one another, wanting to be able to spend time with each other, and we know what it's like to long to be with our brothers and sisters in Christ. Then he says, he calls him my joy and my crown. And this can be kind of an odd way to think about a person, my joy and my crown. I feel a lot of times that Paul has a gift with words. I do not have a gift with words. I often feel like my words can never adequately describe what I am trying to say, or I'm thinking, or even what someone else is trying to say. What I have to say is never quite enough. But Paul seems to always have the right words to say, and I love that he says my joy and my crown. So when I think about this, I think of how a king wears a crown to show his status, to show who he is, to show that he is a king. And Paul is telling the Philippians that they are his crown. They are they are his pride. They're his pride and joy. That's the best way for me to put it in my own words. One of my Bible professors, he also loves this verse, and he really keyed in on it in our class. And he said, "Your life is the joy and crown of everyone who teaches you and pours into you the word of God. Make them proud." That's just a very profound statement. Like I just talked about, my words will never be enough to describe or to say, hey, this is what this means. But you are everyone who is you yourself are the pride and joy of anyone who has helped you in your Christian walk. And that is something really cool to think about. And anyone you help in your Christian walk, when you help them, they're your pride and joy. You know, you see them doing well and you're so proud of them. And that's what Paul is talking about here. And then lastly, he encourages them to stand firm in the Lord. And that's just, you know, these are not the easiest times. And, you know, Paul can't be with them. And Paul is going through some really tough times himself. But he is still encouraging them to stand firm in the Lord. And I just think that is so powerful. And then the very last thing he says is my beloved. like I talked about a little bit yesterday, I think it was, is I love to love people. That's just one of my favorite things to do. I'm a people person. I always have been. But I feel like we don't let people know that we love them and that they are loved. It's easy to say, hey, I love you, or show them that you love them in some ways. That can be easy. But to say, hey, you are beloved. You are loved more than you know, than you can comprehend by a God that created you. That is something we're not great at. We don't do as much as we should. And so today, I just want to encourage you to remind somebody how loved they are by God and by you. And I want to remind you that you are loved by God. And I love you. And I'm praying for you. And I'm just so excited to get to know you. Y'all have a good day.